Winter power outages can plunge you into freezing conditions before you know it. It's not a question of if, but when it will happen, and it's usually on the coldest, bone-chilling days of the year. As your home rapidly loses heat, the threat of hypothermia becomes very real. In the next couple of minutes, we'll delve into vital techniques to prevent your body from reaching dangerously low temperatures and ensure you're ready to face severe cold without power. First, let's demystify hypothermia. It's a medical emergency that occurs when your body loses heat faster than it can produce heat, causing a dangerously low body temperature. Now, how do you know if you or someone else is experiencing hypothermia? Well, shivering is your body's automatic defense against cold temperature, an attempt to warm itself. Other signs to look out for include exhaustion, confusion, fumbling hands, memory loss, slurred speech, and drowsiness. These are all red flags that shouldn't be ignored. So what do you do if you notice these symptoms in yourself or someone else? First off, get out of the cold. If you can't do that, do whatever you can to warm up. Remove any wet clothing and replace them with dry ones. Layer up with warm, loose clothing. If possible, wrap yourself in blankets or sleeping bags. Remember, it's crucial to cover the head and neck as we lose a lot of heat from these areas. If you're with someone who is showing signs of hypothermia, remember this. Your first priority is to get them warm. Share body heat if necessary. Warm, non-alcoholic, and non-caffeinated beverages can help increase the body temperature, but avoid giving these to unconscious people. In extreme cases, when the person is unconscious, has no pulse, or appears lifeless, perform CPR while the person is being warmed. It's crucial to note that even if the person appears lifeless, CPR should continue until the person is warm and revived. Understanding these early warnings and immediate actions can save lives. Hypothermia is a silent killer that can creep up on you before you know it. Being prepared and knowing what to do is your best defense against this cold weather adversary. A crucial, yet often overlooked aspect of staying warm during a power outage involves how you sleep. The cold can creep in, sapping away your body heat while you slumber, leaving you at risk of dangerous hypothermia. But with the right strategies, you can create a cozy haven, even in the coldest of nights. Let's start with your bedding. It's not just about piling on as many blankets as you can find, it's about strategic layering. Start with a sleeping bag rated for low temperatures. This will serve as your base layer, offering a cocoon of warmth. Next, layer blankets, with the thickest and warmest on top. Finally, don't forget the power of reflective emergency blankets. These can reflect your body heat back towards you, effectively turning your bed into a heat trap. Now consider your sleeping environment. You can't heat your entire home, but you can create a smaller, warmer microenvironment. Hang heavy curtains or blankets around your bed to trap the warm air. Adding rugs or carpets on the floor can provide additional insulation from cold surfaces. Think of it as creating your own personal cocoon within your home, a safe retreat from the chill that lurks beyond. And finally, if you're not alone, don't forget the power of shared body heat. Sleeping close to another person can significantly increase warmth. It's like having a living, breathing heat source right next to you. But remember, safety and comfort are paramount. Always ensure everyone is comfortable with the arrangement and that you have enough space to move without disturbing each other's sleep. Implementing these sleep strategies can make a world of difference when you're facing a winter power outage. They can help keep your body temperature stable, reduce the risk of hypothermia, and ensure you wake up refreshed and ready to face the challenges of the day. So remember, it's not just about surviving the night, it's about waking up ready to face the day. Sleeping warm is a key strategy in surviving a winter power outage. Layering isn't just throwing on more clothes, it's about choosing the right materials that trap heat close to your body. Now, let's break down the best fabrics for maintaining core warmth and how to layer them effectively. Cotton, while comfortable, loses its insulating properties when wet and takes a long time to dry. On the other hand, materials like wool and fleece are excellent insulators, even when damp. They trap air in their fibers, creating an insulating barrier that keeps you warm. Your first layer should be a moisture-wicking base layer. This is the layer that's in contact with your skin, so you want something that will draw sweat away and keep you dry. Synthetic fabrics like polyester are a good fit here. Next up is the insulating middle layer. This layer is all about retaining heat to keep your body warm. Fleece and wool are great choices, with fleece being lighter and wool being warmer. And finally, the outer layer. This layer is your shield against the elements. It should be windproof and waterproof to protect you from rain, snow, and wind, but also breathable to let moisture from your body escape. Materials like Gore-Tex are often used in this type of clothing. Don't forget about your extremities. Your head, hands, and feet can lose heat rapidly, so be sure to wear a hat, gloves, and warm socks. And remember, it's better to be a bit too warm and have to shed a layer than to be too cold and not have enough. Layering effectively requires some trial and error. Everyone's body is different, and what works for one person might not work for another. The key is to experiment and find what keeps you the warmest. And one more thing. Avoid tight clothing. You might think that a tighter fit would keep you warmer, but it can actually cut off circulation, making you colder. Clothes should be snug, but not tight. Remember, your clothing is your first line of defense against the cold. So, choose your layers wisely and stay warm out there. No electricity doesn't mean no heat. There are safe alternative heating methods. And that's exactly what we're going to talk about in this segment. It's time to get creative and learn how to leverage resources you may already have at home. Propane heaters, for instance, are a great alternative heat source. Portable and indoor safe, these devices can bring up the temperature in a room quickly. However, it's crucial to ensure proper ventilation while using them to avoid carbon monoxide buildup. Always make sure you're using a propane heater designed for indoor use and follow the manufacturer's instructions carefully. Wood stoves are another viable option, especially if you have a good stockpile of firewood. They not only provide heat but can also be used for cooking meals. Like propane heaters, wood stoves must be used responsibly. Ensure the stove is well ventilated and never leave it unattended when it's in use. Now, what if you don't have these alternative heat sources? Well, you're not out of options. It's time to roll up your sleeves and get a little crafty. You can make your own emergency heater using items you likely have around the house. One simple method involves using candles and terracotta pots. When you light the candle, it warms up the pot, which then radiates heat into the room. Remember though, this is a small-scale solution and will work best in a confined space. Another DIY heater can be made using an empty paint can, a roll of toilet paper, and some rubbing alcohol. By placing the roll inside the can and soaking it in alcohol, you can create a heater that will burn for hours. But remember, safety first. Always keep a fire extinguisher handy when using DIY heaters and never leave them unattended. The primary goal here is to keep you warm and safe until power is restored. These methods are not long-term solutions but are designed to help you in an emergency situation. With the right knowledge, you can chase the cold away even without power. So equip yourself with this knowledge and you'll be ready for whatever winter throws at you. Eating the right foods during a power outage can help raise your body's internal temperature. Nutritious, high-calorie meals are your best allies in the fight against the cold. They provide the fuel your body needs to produce heat. Think proteins, fats, and complex carbohydrates. Foods like nuts, cheese, canned fish or meat, whole grain bread, and energy bars are excellent choices. They're easy to store, require little to no preparation, and pack a calorific punch. It's not just about what you eat, but also when you eat. Instead of 2 or 3 big meals, try to have smaller, frequent meals throughout the day. This keeps your metabolic furnace stoked and your body generating heat consistently. And don't forget to stay hydrated. Dehydration can make it harder for your body to regulate its temperature. Now let's talk about warm beverages. A hot drink can provide immediate warmth and comfort, but it's not just about the heat. Certain drinks can also help raise your internal body temperature over a longer period. For instance, ginger tea is known for its thermogenic properties, meaning it can help your body produce more heat. So, keeping a thermal flask filled with a hot beverage is a good idea. Be it coffee, hot chocolate, or herbal tea, a warm drink can be both a morale booster and a source of warmth. But remember, alcohol is not your friend in a cold situation. While it may give you an initial feeling of warmth, it actually decreases your core body temperature and can lead to faster heat loss. So, when the lights go out and the cold creeps in, remember the role nutrition plays in keeping you warm. Stockpile high-calorie, nutritious foods. Keep a thermal flask close at hand for hot beverages. And remember, your diet can be your secret weapon in the battle against the cold. Remember, staying warm starts from within. Insulation is about creating a barrier between you and the biting cold outside. It's the unsung hero of a warm home during a power outage. But how do you achieve this when you're running on limited resources? Let's start with your windows and doors. They are the most common culprits for heat loss. Consider insulating them using emergency materials such as bubble wrap or foam boards. These materials can be easily cut to size and fitted into window frames and door gaps. They work by trapping air, creating a buffer zone that reduces heat loss. But what if you don't have these materials on hand? No worries, you can also use heavy curtains or blankets to cover your windows. They might not be as effective as bubble wrap or foam boards, but they will certainly help to reduce the chill factor. Now let's talk about your walls. You'd be surprised at how much heat can escape through them. In an ideal world, you'd have them insulated professionally, but in a pinch, you can use the same materials we mentioned earlier. Attach them to your walls using adhesive tape, focusing on areas where you feel drafts. Finally, consider your living space. It's much easier to keep a smaller room warm than a large one. So think about confining your activities to a smaller space during a power outage. This could be a room with fewer windows or doors, or one that receives a good amount of sunlight during the day. The key here is to reduce the area you need to heat, thereby increasing the ambient temperature around you. Remember, every bit of heat you can keep inside your home counts. It might not seem like much, but these small steps can add up to a significant difference in your comfort and safety. Proper insulation can make a huge difference in retaining heat inside your home. So, take the time now to prepare and make your home a fortress against the biting cold. Trust me, you'll thank yourself later when the power goes out on the coldest day of the year. Don't wait for the power to fail. Start preparing today. You've now gained a wealth of knowledge on how to stay warm during a winter power outage. Let's take a moment to quickly recap what we've covered. We began by understanding hypothermia, its signs, and immediate actions to combat it. Remember, recognizing the signs early can make the difference between life and death. Then we dove into sleep strategies such as optimizing your bedding, creating a warm sleep environment, and harnessing the power of shared body heat. We also discussed the art of layering, choosing the right materials that trap heat close to your body, and some do-it-yourself ways to keep warm. Remember, it's not just about piling on more clothes, it's about strategic layering. Next, we explored emergency heating solutions. We learned about safe alternative heat sources like indoor-safe propane heaters and wood stoves, and even some DIY heater ideas. Remember, no electricity doesn't mean no heat. We also talked about the importance of nutrition and internal warmth. We learned that high-calorie, nutritious meals and warm beverages can help raise your body's internal temperature and keep you warm from the inside out. Finally, we covered strategic home insulation. We learned how to insulate windows, doors, and key wall areas, and the benefits of confining activities to a smaller room. Remember, it's about creating a barrier between you and the biting cold outside. Each of these strategies is a vital piece of the puzzle in staying warm during a power outage. But remember, preparation is key. Start now. Gather your supplies, plan your strategies, and make sure you're ready for the next winter power outage. Remember, being prepared is the best way to ensure you stay warm and safe during a winter power outage.